Today we're in Northside Village, close to downtown, which is the windshield is looking at the downtown cityscape, and behind me is a multi-service center between the Northside Village area and the Heights. And so I'd like to take you on a quick tour if you're thinking about moving inside the loop, inside the city area. And we just got done doing a tour of the Heights, and I'd love to show you Northside Village. Has been an up and coming neighborhood for a very long time, and still proximity to downtown as we're parked here. You can ride your bikes. As you can see, there's many different people. I think there's some people hanging out with their dogs, and this trail connects in downtown, out of downtown, goes all the way to Northwest side, I think around 20 miles. So I'd love for you to come with me on the development of Northside Village. You're gonna see a mix of older looking classic homes, again, the bungalow style, to the new construction homes. And these homes are selling at a little bit lower of a price point. We'll get more into that in a bit. But I just wanted to show y'all the cityscape and the landscape of the Northside Village. So let's do it. And this is a really cool area, this section here, where the trail really gets into parks area. So right now they're rebuilding it because they're adding a bunch of sections to the I-10 area. So part of the trail is closed. But this is a cool place where you can park and dip into the trail and walk and you know, have a good time and run, work out. Houston is definitely getting better at outdoor activities, even though, you know, we're a big city, the concrete jungle. So yeah, so definitely taking a look at that. So make sure everything is good. Actually, let me fix this camera here. So just one second, guys. I don't like the position. There we go. All right. So we're off Quitman Street and South Street, which straight ahead is 45 North, feeds into that. So right then and there, you're already getting proximity to the highways. 45 North and South are the biggest sections, the biggest highways. Let's go on Thomas Street. So again, these small little streets, you'll definitely run into as far as the history. See how they're a little bit smaller of the neighborhood. So we're definitely gonna tour it, and a lot of these homes are original. And if you're looking for brand new spanking homes with HOAs, this is not your area, but at your close proximity to the city. If you notice, the walkability is not great. There's no sidewalks. Probably already noticed that. There's tons of street issues. You probably see that big pothole. We're just gonna pause here and look at some stuff real quick. Just make sure I'm not missing anything. And pretty much developed in the 1800s to the 1900s. Kind of the same, almost the same year, a little bit after the Heights area. And you're gonna see a lot of, we're close to the rail lines and industrial hubs. Of course, over the past 10, 15 years, downtown expansion has risen up, and a lot of inner loop prices have gone down a little bit. And so you're gonna see a mix of original bungalows. We talked about the type of styles of homes, lot splits. So a lot of these lots are up to about 5,000 square feet, maybe even less. Contemporary 2 to 3 story homes, small scale developments, infill development, very transitional, and prices are around 250 to 450, maybe a little bit higher for the original older homes, so 250 to 450. So literally, like, we're 5 minutes away from the Heights. You take one road, we're in the Heights. So you come over here less than 5 minutes, you're dipping into the 250 to 450 range for the original type homes. Now, the ones that are a little bit higher price range, but still competitive to the Heights, are in the $400,000 to $650,000 range, okay? So, and that gets you new construction, townhomes, about 1,800 square feet to 2,500 square feet, which is still good. Fully renovated home, you're looking at $500,000 to $700,000. And again, no HOA, and no historic districts around here, so you don't have to worry about the historic guidelines. So let's continue taking a quick drive. I wanted to get some of the deets out of the way as far as pricing and the outlook on some of these homes. And really we're just kind of just starting on the south part of Northside Village. And we just got done going by this really nice corner lot. It's pretty big. It looks like 5,000 to 6,000 square feet. And if you find a 6,000 square foot lot, then that's gold. A lot of these lots are about 3,000 to 4,000 square feet. But if you find a 5,000 square feet one, you're good to go. And you know, as you can imagine, see that one in the front with the yellow and green, that's kind of what you're looking at. A lot of these original homes have a lot of history, character, and we're right next to the rail line. So if you're a medical professional, whether you're a student or a licensed professional, you hop on the rail line. This is what I did in college. You hop on the rail line, you zip through town, less than $3 to $4 a day, because parking at we call it the TMC, the Texas Medical Center, will run you an arm and a leg, maybe a couple fingers and toes. So to the left, looks like they're about to either renovate it. There's one of those large trash cans you can rent. And yeah, I mean, a lot of these, if you're looking for walkability space, see that truck needed me to move because there's no, the car spaces, I mean, to fit 2 cars in here in those 2 lanes is very difficult. So you have some new development on the left side of that area. I mean, one good reason not to move here if you're looking for a lot larger lots. We talked a little bit about the lots, how they're smaller. So if you're looking for a larger lot, this video isn't for you. But if you're still here with me, thank you for checking it out. See, to the left, you have a large open lot there. And you have some commercial buildings. And these homes, you're not gonna see a lot of new construction homes, whether they've been renovated knocked down and then put up a brand new house. Usually these homes have been renovated, torn down a little bit, added on, and all that. So if that's what you're looking for, a larger lot, see how they fit those skinny looking homes right there, and that lot is probably, eyeballing it, is probably 3,000 to 4,000 square feet. But hey, they do a lot. I mean, you can do a lot with that. You can do, stack the homes on top of each other, 2 to 3 story. And a lot of times, if you have a good view of the skyline, that adds value. People like skyline views. And then we have the train to the left. So again, if you work, in the city, in the medical center, it stretches all the way through town, through downtown, east downtown, stretches, and then you have this kind of stuff. So again, like, there's no zoning in Houston. So you could have like a warehouse and then residential houses, like commercial buildings, residential. And that's a nice wide open lot. So something like that. So it has a lot of value. So again, we're seeing a lot of these homes that have been around, haven't been touched. And it's a lot different. We just left the Heights a video ago, and the outlook is a lot different. We are at North Elementary School. So you have the elementary school right there, and then the high school is on the other side. and we're approaching the middle part of Northside Village. So see a mix of new single family homes. They look like townhomes, but again, they are spaced out. So looks like they're working on this street. So usually it would be open, but let's make a left here. So yeah, so again, if you're looking for an area that has little to no construction, this isn't for you, because you're gonna find a lot of places where they're working on the streets, they're laying down new pavement. There are lots of people, you know, compressed in one area. So if you shut down one major street like that, I mean, that right there, we're here at the Northside High School, then it's difficult to put everyone. I mean, it just builds up traffic. Let's see here. Oh shoot, there's no outlet. All right, so yeah, so we're probably gonna have to reverse. And if you notice, the neighborhoods are just super, or the roads are super skinny. I botched that one. All right, so we're just going to pull in there, and I know people hate when drivers do this to their driveway. It's a nice Craftsman bungalow. So that's what I'm talking about right there. That white one, I love that style. Of course, you know, an investor would love to buy that and renovate it. And since we're right next to the school, you know, proximity to the rail line, to schools, then it's definitely a good investment to buy one of those homes. But again, you have to think about your parking. I mean, streets are very narrow here, and you know, nothing's really been renovated. You know, see that house in the corner? I mean, that's what you're looking at. And so if that's something that, you know, hey, I can buy a house like that and then renovate it and put a lot of sweat equity into it, you know, why not? I mean, there's a lot of good homes out there, and so you don't have to pay, you know, full price or retail. If you have a good handyman background or GC background. See a nice house in front of us for sale. That's probably about 400. A lot of times they list these homes a little bit over. You know, these homeowners think, oh, well, they think, you know, the buyers would just come down a little bit, but in actuality that hurts them, because they're really not thinking those homes, the buyers aren't going to even try, because those they think the sellers are being unreasonable. I don't know what these I think that one, I'm not sure what that price is, but again, I mean, that's an investor special. I mean, investors would love homes like that. And again, we can still see the skyline. I'm gonna check something real quick, make sure. So we talked a lot about the pricing and commute times, rental demands, appreciation. The downtown Hardy Yards development, that's another new development kind of on the other side of this area. And so the commute times, again, I talked a little bit about it because you have the rail line right there, the light rail. I mean, so think about it. If you want to live inside the suburbs, you know, you're paying less, you're getting more. But if you work inside the loop, your commute time life is going to be terrible. I'm going to tell you right now. You're going to be spending at least probably hour and a half to get to work, maybe hour, 45 minutes. We'll just say 45 minutes to an hour, and then hour and a half to get back home. So what is that? 2.5 to 3 hours a day in your car. And that's an investor special right there to the right. And you know, I mean, why not? I mean, that's the Northside Village is a sleeper. Not a lot of people understand the value of living a little bit closer in. I mean, there's a lot of empty lots here. I mean, a lot of homes that maybe these home sellers would love to sell, you know, and either a lot of them are retirement age, maybe they're living with family. So here in the corner, new development. So again, that's what we're seeing, is that new development style. And having driveway space. We talked a little bit about the walkability and not having a driveway space. So, you know, it's slowly, I'm sure these homes here have been getting offers of, you know, of offers to buy and doing the same thing. We have a nice lot for sale here on the corner, and a cool, wow, that's a cool, either, that may be a new construction home. Let's see. We're gonna stop here for a second and just kind of take a quick look at some things. Yeah, so if you want polished neighborhood, like we talked about in the last video in the Heights, if you want perfect, this video, I mean, this neighborhood is not for you. Let's see, let's keep going straight. But again, I mean, these streets are not cookie cutter. They weave in and out. They're skinny, and then they're thick, you know, wide open like this one. You have the warehouses right there to the, you know, forward right, another warehouse section, you know, and you have some other row houses down there. We'll see in a minute. So yeah, so that's what you're looking for. This isn't the area for you. But, you know, if you want to cut your commute time and improve your quality of life, whether you know, buy a fixer-upper or one of those new homes that we saw that was in one of those row homes that looked like new construction to me, then that is your calling right there. And so we'll make a right here. Yeah, so yeah, some of these transitional neighborhoods, you know, they require patience. You know, they're not gonna appreciate quickly. You know, it takes a little time. This isn't the Heights, this isn't Oak Forest. You can see they look like government homes. I think these were government homes. I'm not sure who owns it, but it looks like they're getting gutted out and renovated. And so that's what we're looking at, you know, this. However, we're in the pocket between I-45 and 59 north and south. So they kind of run parallel. We're in between those two highways. And so this is what we got, you know, downtown Houston, or close to downtown, excuse me, called Northside Village. And so a lot of these investors, they pick and choose the area. Of course, you know, the proximity, the area matters and all that. So whether, you know, you're weighing in as, okay, do I want to live closer in town to have a better commute, but sacrifice on square footage? And get used to that, guys. That guy on the bike, you know, he gave me the stare down. He gave me the stare down. So what you do when that happens, you stare at him back and you don't look away. You don't look away. You want to, I don't know, you want to look and sound tough. You at least want to look tough. Maybe not sound tough, but look tough. Because that's how it is inside the loop. You know, these people, you know, try to, I don't know. Well, we won't talk about that. But anyways, so right here to the left, you got some new construction homes, and then forward right, you have another new construction looking home. So yeah, that's what we have going on here in this area with these renovated homes to the ones that either need to be knocked down and put together back. So I call them the Lego homes. So yeah, and then another thing, if you're looking for quietness, if you're looking for a quiet neighborhood and no noise, this isn't the neighborhood for you, or the area. Because and the streets too, dang. Yeah, so they're cutting up the street, they're laying down new roads. So you definitely got to be careful, because if you don't, you're gonna bottom out. What was I saying? Oh, quietness. This isn't for you. You got ambulances, fire stations right off of, I believe, Quitman Street. And a lot of people get, either a lot of emergencies, so, and then just the regular everyday traffic. What's my district here? So again, you have a nice looking shotgun looking home, and then you have these type of homes on the right side. That looks like and then the left side, that's like an investor special. That looks like it's being worked on. They have the notice on the front fence here. Let's see here. Let's go slow. And yeah, when you turn on these streets, you really can't see too much until you actually get there. You got to take it slow sometimes. But overall, I mean, this community is nice. I've lived next to it for a while, and everyone here is super chill, and never really had any issues. We're gonna be turning on Hardy Street here, and again, these type of buildings here probably been around since the late 1800s or early 1900s, and lots of history. So now we're on Hardy Street, and you gotta keep your eyes on the potholes because they get deep. We're just gonna, let's see here, where do we want to go? All right, and then we have school coming up to the right. So let's turn on Terry Street. So you have some new construction looking homes to the left, and to the right it looks like a wraparound porch. Almost looks like a Victorian. I wouldn't call it a Queen Anne Victorian, but and then some homes with stucco on it. We have a church right here on the left side. I'm going to show you all this new construction. I see it all the time. So that home definitely would be an investor special. See that one in the corner right there? That was put up probably, man, that's a nice house. Those are nice looking. Those are actually single family homes. Let me double check, but yeah, because they have space. And then you have these, yeah. And then these historic looking homes. And we're 5 minutes away from downtown. So I know I talked a lot of the reasons why not this area may not be the area for you because of, the neighborhood. You probably want a bigger lot. You probably want a neighborhood that's quiet and the streets aren't as big, and there's a lot of, that's a nice looking, see right there, let's pull into here. See, this is listed by agent in my brokerage. So right here, this is a good reason why you want to buy here, because you have 2 rentals. It's for rent. I see a for lease sign. Super nice looking. This could be good for, of course, a student, a young family, someone that works inside the loop, medical, or downtown jobs. So I mean, this is, and in the parking, you fit 2 cars on each side, maybe even a third one if you're have a smaller car. And I'm sure it's a really nice modern looking home, and it is a townhouse because they do touch. They are pretty much joined together. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This would be a good example of why you would want to live inside the loop and either buy something like this and have an investment property and hold on for a while, because the appreciation, something like this, I believe would increase faster than having one single family, because of course you can have dual income for each tenant. So, and then I see some other rental looking homes that are about to be on the market. So let's take a look at the Hardy Yards. Yeah, that's a nice example of why you would want to buy inside this area. And you're right next to a nice park to the very right. This guy's walking his cute little 2 dogs. So this is the Hardy Yards. This is the nice strip of, and then you have the apartment community to the left. nice strip of land section where people just hang out, you know, with their kids at the park. You have a nice bar here, the Gristmarks. I haven't drank there. Like it's a brewery, food and cocktail place. Uh, and I believe they have another brewery or like a brew house. I'm not sure if they make their own beer. And then UH downtown is down that way. So if you are taking some classes, you can definitely check that out. Oh yeah, Bad Astronaut. It's called Bad Astronaut. And then you have this downtown on the left side. So yeah, I mean it's a pretty interesting area, Northside Village. There's not too many people that know about it. Oh, I should have turned on that street. There's not too many people that know about it because all they think is the Heights, Oak Forest, you know, Timber Grove, Lazy Brook, which are still great, but these are kind of like sleeper areas, you know, and you can find some really good deals, especially those homes that, you know, need to be renovated or already, you know, it looks like they're building a brand new home right there. And of course, no HOA, you know, historic guidelines. We're not in a historic district. That's interesting. I think they ran out of money on that one. Straight ahead, that black with the white trim, because everything is overgrown. There's a no trespassing sign. Yeah, they ran out of money on that one. But I mean, you can do Airbnb, short-term rentals, you know, long-term rentals. Now with the short-term, I know you have to register your home through the city, I believe. That's kind of something new. It's been around for a couple years now. But I wanted to show y'all, these are I call them Lego homes, so excuse me for that language. But yeah, they look like right there. So, you know, why not? Why not buy one of these homes for an investment property and say you and your spouse or your significant other, or just you can have it for in-town living if you want to spend the weekend here, or a month if you're working, or, you know, for family reasons if you want to stay inside the city without having to drive. And so we're in the lower part of the Northside Village area. And so, yeah, we talked a little bit about pricing. Again, the homes that definitely need work are selling about $250,000 to $400,000 range, depending on, usually it's at lot value. And then something that is renovated, you know, that is not a new construction, probably will run you about 450 to about 6. And then something brand new, I like that white one. That white one looks nice. Something brand new, maybe 650, maybe into the 7s. But again, that's depending on the size of the home, the lot size and everything. Sometimes they put 2 doors. There could be a 2-family home, so maybe it costs a little bit more. And why not? I mean, if you could buy both families, the 2-family, and have the tenant pay your mortgage, why not? And so we'll make it right on this street. I know this is a lot different outlook than what you're used to seeing. I'm sure you guys watch a lot of videos from Dallas, Fort Worth. Everything is like brand new, you know. And here, I mean, Houston likes to knock down the historic buildings, like the commercial historic building. That's been an ongoing issue, but you know, people like money. They want to build a new commercial building, which is fine because we have no zoning. But for the most part, the residential side, people like the style, like that bungalow style home, that peach looking house. And that keeps the character of the home, like that craftsman up to the left side here. And so, you know, we're still 10 minutes away, you know, from downtown. And we're probably a couple blocks from the rail line. So, you know, if you're a cyclist like me and you like to ride your bike, ride your townie bike to the rail line, wait for the rail line and catch it, and you're in office in the next 10-15 minutes, depending on the stops. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of homes on the market, homes that need to be on the market that the sellers have probably thinking about selling, usually it's a seller or homeowner that's been here almost all his or her life and is ready to move on and ready to sell. And the family is ready to put them, you know, have them live with them, or in a senior living community. So that's kind of the story on that. But yeah, I mean, this almost looks like if you've taken a drive down 6th Ward, it's closer to downtown on the other side of downtown. Gives me that 6th Ward vibe, without the higher price point, because once you get like in downtown, then you're paying way more. It's way more premium, and you get the same condition home. So I think I covered everything, guys. Yeah, comment below on what you thought. I mean, again, I'm sure you guys used to seeing all these other videos and other parts, even Houston, Cypress, all the master plan communities. This is the other side of real estate that maybe people don't see or even think about. Here's another home. We'll pull into here. It's listed by the same the same realtor, lease realtor. So you have homes like this that are rentals. Looks like a nice little rental there. We won't stay here for long, but yeah, I mean, why not buy something like this, get some second income, rental income, or live here, and when you're not home or when you're out of town, you can make a little coin on a short-term rental opportunity. So, and this is half of the Northside Village. This isn't the north of the Northside Village. And quick mention, when people say Northside, that means this place. But I think sometimes when they say Northside, they mean the Woodlands. And I need to make that correction distinct, okay? So when you mean the Woodlands, say North Houston. Don't say Northside, because this is Northside. And Northside is close to downtown. When you think of the Northside Village, you can say Northside or Northside Village is good to say. But I keep hearing people say Northside. I go, oh, Northside Village, right? And I start naming these streets and they say, no, Woodlands or Conroe or Spring. I'm like, yeah, that's North Houston, guys, not Northside. So I'll get off my little soapbox off that issue. But again, you know, there's some good opportunities to pick up some homes here. Or if you've seen this video and you know you're ready to sell in this area, I mean, people are buying it up and renovating it. Or if you bought something that was already renovated or a new construction and you're ready to relocate, I mean, this area has been improving for a long time really quickly. So, and we are going to be crossing this terrain of a road. Again, if you got to be careful, look at that cut, man. Geesh. I used to have a Jeep and I loved it for, man, that chicken's over there. And the thing is, you can have chickens. People keep chickens in their neighborhoods. So this looks like a nice spot. Ooh, so you have these other homes here. The one with the red brick that looks like they've been renovated, and so rentals and all that. So that's what you're gonna see in this area in the Northside Village. But if we haven't met before, my name is Armando. I love where I live and love to showcase everything about Houston, different parts of the residential pockets, and what the residential scene looks like as far as other types of homes in the Houston area. So if we haven't met before, it's good to meet you. And if this is something that you're looking for or not looking for, please reach out, because I talked about both reasons why and why not you shouldn't live here if your expectations are a little bit different than what it presents. So other than that, again, I've lived in Houston for over 30 years. I'm a dog dad to my dog Tito, and You've probably seen him in the back. He's not with me today. He was actually sleeping. And this is something you're looking for, or something close to it, or even outside the loop. I sell up and down the Houston area in the island. Love to help you out. All right, take care. Talk soon. Bye.